black girls in my area cold. Dark skin, light skin, medium tones. Perm-ting braids got mini afros. Thick lips got hips, some of us don't.
Right, we're here. We're live and direct for the first ever coaching photo shoot. Got 5 of the lads with us today. Got Jack, Harvey, James, Dan and Rich. Looking fine, mighty fine. Different peaking strategies for each and every one of them. Obviously Dan's competing next weekend, so no real peak for us, but a little bit of manipulation with water just to see. But yeah, the first shoot, I'm very excited. They're looking great, looking fab. We're in a nice little studio in Shoreditch. It's got that kind of rustic, exposed brickwork accompanied with modern gym equipment. It's very nice, bit of me, as you know. I like that balance. So here for a few hours with the boys, wrap the shoot up, and then we shall see how we get on for the rest of the day. Shoot done and dusted. Very proud of the boys. Well done, boys. Harv, Jack, Rich, Dan, James. A couple of them travelled quite some distances to get down here, so greatly appreciate it. Thank you for coming down. And Mac behind the camera as well. Fantastic little facility. Really, really nice. Very nice. Contrast between the shots highlights the physique perfectly. So, yeah, can't beat. As much as I dislike London sometimes, London in the sun is unbelievable. Time is 5 to 1. Haven't eaten yet. Just had a vegan bit of banana and blueberry cake. Gonna head into Spitalfields and get some food, I think, and then I've got a train. Meg's competing tomorrow, so check in with her, and then Dan is on peak week, so he begins his fat load on Monday to Wednesday, so we'll run through the itinerary for next week. Exciting couple of weekends before we head off. Might get a curry. Might treat myself to a curry this evening. I swerved Spitalfields, not very colitis friendly, you know. Would you like some cheese with a cheese wrap and some cheese served on it? It's very cheese based over there, isn't it? Well, that chicken looks good. What do you do with that? Cheese. I can't do dairy. The time is in there is banana, blueberry and kefir. Little pre-workout, bit of sugars. Gotta go and train. Ideally wanted to watch the FA Cup final, but I think we know how that's gonna pan out. I'll watch the highlights later on. And I think I might get a curry. I don't know. Bit of a late one for me. Time for Paul. These are the new utility trousers. I've been rinsing their previous cargos, but they've just dropped a release yesterday. Utility t-shirt, cargos, and then the vest, the ribbed vest. You can get this, you can get away with wearing out. Get yourself a couple. One for in the gym, one for when you're out, little overshirt. Beautiful.
When a fat booty like my auntie got a yo. We like the blood clot, tell her reload it. I've got the camera, my girls are posing. I need some backup, then my ones are rolling. Grown women things, I'm never at risk. Mind my own business, I'm never in mess. Who am I ain't bae, get a slice of the cake. Want a house with a view and a new pair of shoes. Keep it real from the jump, Gucci gang, little pump. Little vibe, little bass, little kick, little snare. Little lies, big truths, do you, they don't care.
So protocol for tomorrow, just a couple of pro fat meals, chicken, nut butter, dark chocolate. I'll take a look at you at 2, just after the second coat of tan. And if we need to drive some more sodium fluid or carbs in, then we can do exactly that. But I think we're pretty much bang on the money. We know that we can come into this show a little softer and a little fuller, and visuals show exactly that. Oh, I'm nervous for her. I got that. I know that feeling, that excitement. Remember my first show in Nava South East as a junior, come third in that. I remember seeing Conor Rudelhoff, who won the show, at like 3 weeks out, and my head just absolutely melting. But managed to get a third place in that show. But I know what it's like the first time tanning up. I didn't actually get a base coat of tan. I think I did my mum did my tan. This is how like fractured it felt. My mum did my tan well late. I think I was on stage at like 1. I was just sitting there like, up next, junior bodybuilder. My mum was like, fuck, we've got to put this. Dream tan it was. The dream tan is a good tan, I tell you. But slapped it on in the car park, run and pumped up, and managed to place third. But big day for Meg tomorrow, and then Dan as well, first timers. I saw him today at the shoot. He's looking very much on, so we'll plan his peak this evening, run it through them tomorrow morning, and yeah. What's the time? 9 o'clock. I'm gonna go to bed with my book and see you in the morning. Right, let's go to rugby. JB's up there, Mr. Brightman. How nice. What a nice surprise. It's only about 2.5 hours, so let's go. Oh. You okay? Meg's tan's at 2:45, so I think she'd win around about, God knows.
Winning has a price. And leadership has a price. So I pulled people along when they didn't want to be pulled. I challenge people when they don't want to be challenged. Once you join the team, you live at a certain standard that I played the game. And I wasn't going to take any less.
MBW Classic, first timers women's bikini champion 2024, number 125, Megan Barnes.
Now, that means I had to go in there and get in your ass a little bit, and I did that. You ask all my teammates, the one thing about Michael Jordan was he never asked me to do something that he didn't fucking do. I wanted to win, but I wanted them to win and be a part of that as well. Like, I don't have to do this. I'm only doing it because it is who I am. That's how I played the game. That was my mentality. If you don't want to play that way, don't play that way.
Probably tell by the bottle where I am, back on the Love Island. I'm not sold on these new, like, I'll rip it off. Yeah? I want my regular bottles back. Stop the boats and stop the bottles. We're back on the island. Been here a week, got a bit of a tan already. You see the lines? Ugh! Do all right for a king of me. I tan well. Been here a week, just came back from Valencia. Stag do, all 16 of us. Sober stag do for me, JK and Tom. Very, very enjoyable. Me and Josh are going to be doing a video on alcohol and the mindset, because when I say that I'm not drinking, I get a lot of like, how are you doing it? The mindset, I'm really struggling, so stay tuned for that. Should be a good one. First coffee as well. I'm buzzing, as you can tell. First coffee for 6 months. I quit gluten about 3 weeks ago. Best decision I ever made with regard to my UC. Symptom reduction, big time. I should have gone sooner, but I was holding on to my beloved gluten. Now we're all good. But season done for the guys and girls. Meg, Dan, JB, all cleaned up. Fantastic. First time taking the guys and girls through a competitive season for a while. A little apprehensive going into it, but Meg cleaned up UK DFBA, PCA and two bros, which I didn't think we'd take silverware because we're going up against assisted athletes, right? And it was tough, but we played to our strengths and they liked her physique. She absolutely cleaned up. Dan, JB, bit of redemption, third place. Dan, 2 second place finishes at PCA, very close on that last show. Gutted he was, but yeah, super enjoyable, really was. I was frantically trying to search for a motivational video, music, whatever it was for Meg's show, and I come across Michael Jordan's, and I thought that fits perfectly. It really did, and I am very much in the camp. There's a bit of a divide in the industry when it comes down to coaching. Do you need to experience what a competition prep is like in order to be a good prep coach? I think it helps massively. I'm in the camp of you should be able to walk the walk, and have gone there, done that, and got the t-shirt, because aside from knowledge, you need to understand your athletes emotionally. And the last 10 to 12 years of coaching, I think I'm in a position whereby I know what it's like. I had to endure, refrain from using buzzwords, but you know, we know what it's like to dig and to be in the trenches. We really do, and it's hard. You know, if you've not experienced that and taken your body to those certain areas, it's hard to sympathise with the clients and athletes that you're putting this pressure on. And little things like being backstage, you know, Meg and Dan, first time, I know what it's like on those long show days. I've been there at the NABA and not competing till 10, and UK DFBA was a long day for Meg, so keeping them calm and collected and feeding them the right amounts of food and also educating them at the same time was all very well and good as a coach, saying, eat this and this peaking strategy is what we're doing. You've got to explain. And I found great joy in that, but it was superb. Went to Meg's show, went to Dan's show. It was great. It was a bit odd being backstage and not pumping up myself and putting some tan on, but I thoroughly enjoyed the experience. And when it comes down to the mindset, I said on the way home from Meg's show, I said it's very, very hard to lose when you give everything. And I told each and every one of them, I told John, I told Dan, I told Meg, become totally galvanized by this process Allow yourself to be sucked in and eat, sleep and breathe bodybuilding prep day in, day out. Because it's very, very hard to lose. When you do that, accompanied with your physique, you know, I'm very much in the camp of and business of not taking these guys through a prep if I don't think they're going to challenge for the top 3 placings. I really am. I'm not that kind of just show up type mentality. I've never been that personally. I'm sure there are many coaches that take people through competition preps with just the idea of getting them on stage, which is fantastic. I think if you are serious about physique development, then every one of us should go through a prep. But you know, I say from day one when a client comes to me about competing, if you are true and you want that, then you know this needs to be a long, lengthy process. Dan came to me, and the last year and a half have been devoted to getting him into a position whereby we can challenge those top 3 placings. Same as Meg, we went through an improvement phase. Same as John as well, bit of redemption. He's been there before and knows what it's like. But again, we want to compete and turn up and challenge those top 3s, and we did that. But yeah, taking them through this whole process and seeing them grow just outside of their physique, so endearing, and that kind of cements our why as coaches. And I'd most certainly do it again. Dan's got big dreams, and we most certainly want to feed into those dreams. The rear shots for Dan as well were gnarly, mate. I mean, some physique. I'm so proud of all of them, and yeah, great experience for myself as well. So, hope you enjoyed today's video. We've got a couple of IB. Well, we're here for 6 weeks, me and Josh. So, plenty of IB for content being laid down very, very soon. And yeah, strap in, stay tuned. Bit of a different IB for experience for me as well. Most certainly be going out, but I don't think there'll be any. Well, who knows? Never say never. But very much in a place of kind of protecting my own peace at the moment, and alcohol and recreational drug usage, I feel, impacts that a little bit. But we've been out a couple of times, been to a few raves sober, which is cool. Just the old back goes, you know, the knees. I'm getting old. I get to 3 AM and think, should we call it a day? There's a couple of nights that I want to experience, shall we say, and we shall see. So hope you're all doing well. Apologies for the slight delay in videos. Had a lot on before Ibiza, getting everything sorted for the trip. But we're here now, we're settled, we're checked in, life is good, and I hope you're all well. I shall see you very soon in the next video. Thank you, good night, and much love.